Hi, it's Neil Sean here on Be My Guest, and my guest today is the wonderful, the legendary, the very nice Mr. Joe Brown. Remember though, Joe?
Yeah, well listen, if you miss it, Neil, you'll miss out.
You got it.
I got it.
See Joe today on Be My Guest.
Sorry to rush in and play on. How's about a big hand for another of the poll winners, the one and only Joe Brown?
And there beside that tree I learned to love you so. Yes, I love you so. It took 100 years of sunshine before that oak tree grew. But it only took a minute, baby, to fall in love with you. It didn't take a lifetime to make my dreams come true. No, it only took a minute, baby, to fall in love with you.
Joe, lovely to see you again as ever. In a natural home, I'm thinking, actually, round here. You know, when you're surrounded by all your instruments, do you feel comfortable?
Yeah, I do actually. I feel like I'm at home. My house is like this, full of clutter.
When somebody now, because we know and love you, but if you were coming to a Joe Brown concert you've never been before, what do they get that, you know, you sell to me? Like, because I know what you do.
Well,
but
I'll tell you what they get. They get, first of all, they get about 55 years of experience in knowing what the audience like, because I mean that to me is the most important thing, is to keep them happy. The next thing is to keep me happy, because I mean I need to go out there and enjoy the music that I'm doing. Now of course we have to do a lot of our old ones because people expect to see them. I mean I went to see Elton John once and and I love his stuff, and of course he did. He said, oh, now tonight I'm going to play my new album, and this is what he did. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, where's Rocket Man and Yellow Brick Road? You know, yeah, you can't really educate people, and we're not in the business of educating them, we're in the business of entertaining them. And when you've done so many of these tours and you keep coming back to the same theatre, it's a bit of a nightmare putting one of these shows together, because we've got to keep in, you know, obviously keep the hits in, but we've got such a vast repertoire of stuff that we've learnt over the years, because we put about 10 new songs in on every tour. That is a bit of a nightmare, but we do manage to do it, and very pleased with this particular tour. It's turned out great. We've got some new stuff and it's really good, and they're loving it, which is the important thing.
The last few months have been great to you though. You had a greatest hits compilation come out, went into the charts, and when you look at when they put them all together like that, Joe, I'm fascinated. Do you look at the listing and think, oh, slightly forgot about that one, or do you know what I mean? Because when you've recorded a lot, you must sort of remember or forget B-sides and stuff.
You have to be careful here, because you know you see the write-ups that they do, and saying, oh, he's a national treasure and he's been doing this and he's done this, that. The danger here is you start believing your own publicity, you know, and that's not the right thing to do for someone like me, who just likes to play, really, and that's all I wanted to do. I've never been ambitious. Just carried on with it and took what's come and thought, well, if I can do a good job of it, I'll do it.
When take me right back to when you first had your first hit record and you saw it made, or you know, you got a copy. I always want to know this with any act who's had a hit record, and you've had a few in your time, but the very first one, what's that feeling like when they give you that record and you think, oh, my name's on there?
Well,
and, you know.
I was with a manager called Larry Parnes at the time, who had a reputation for being a bit tight, you know. And I never got given one, I had to buy one. I mean,
that's a big stick.
And I never got any royalties off of it either. But I'll never forget when we recorded Picture of You, which went to #1 in most charts, was that we went in the studio and played it once or maybe twice. And then the guy said, okay, we'll take one. So they took one. And then he said, that's fine, so that's good. So I put my guitar in the case. I went into the control booth and I said to the bloke, can we hear it? Oh no, he said, we've taken the tape off now. Took the tape off the machine, put it in the box and written on the box, and it was gone. And we never even heard it. I mean, the next time I heard it, it was #1 in the charts.
Joe, finally, I have to say to you, as you know, I'm a huge fan. You've no plans to retire. You want to keep going forever. I'm guessing that because when I've seen you, I saw you at Blackpool Grand a couple of years back, and your energy is brilliant. Do you get like even more enthused because you're lively now? But when that, you know, the red light starts.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's amazing what you can do. What Dr. Footlights I calls it. You know, you stood on the side there and with a excruciating back pains, you know. And you walk out and it's like you've never had a pain. It is quite incredible. Although it doesn't do much for the voice, and my voice is a bit shot at the moment. Yeah.
It'll sound great
We're
tonight.
getting through it.
You'll get through it. Joe Brown, as ever, thank you so much. It's
Neil,
been a real
you're
pleasure.
welcome.